Hello, this video is to quickly walk through how to create a table using the XML that you can generate from within Talend. The video is in response to a post that I saw on Facebook. Here's the post from Igor. I'm using Talend Big Data Edition and their Teradata output component. There's a bug, basically the create table option doesn't work. So if I've got a dummy example within my version of Talend. It's got a fixed flow input, which basically just creates, based on these values, the fixed flow input is just a simple table of 7 columns. They all happen to be varchar or string. When I run the job, it logs it to the console output there, and this SQL Server output component creates the table. Let me just quickly drop the table to prove that it does work. So the select statement will fail, which proves that ad hoc 2 is not there. And what we want to do is try and mimic the fact that this creates the table. Well, you can't, but there is a workaround. So if I press F6 to run it, that should have created the table. So if we go back into Management Studio, press F5 to refresh. There's the table, which means it does exist. So we want to simply create that using some sort of XML. So if I delete that table, make sure I'm still recording. Yeah. Right. So now within Talend, I want to somehow create that table, and at the moment it doesn't exist. So how do I create that? This ad hoc 2, given the fact that there's a bug with Teradata output. What I will do is click on that component, let's clear that. So I click on this row, and I'm interested in these columns, so I'm going to edit that schema. I'm going to expand that. So I want these columns, so I'm going to do Control A to select the columns, and then I'm going to save it. So export all rows into XML file. And on the desktop, I'm going to just save this as create table XML. Save that, yes, because I've already done it before. Right, so I've gone into my notes, I've said generate the XML, which I've just done that. Open the XML in the text editor and make the column lines one line. So, there's a quick preview there. Right, so let's just close Sublime, my preferred text editor. I'm going to right click on that, I'm going to send it to Sublime. Right, so my hint there was make the XML, open the XML in the text editor and make column lines one line. So here we've got these. And the XML that's generated from within Talend is split across several lines. So to make this one line, I'm going to select that. I'm sure you can do it in Notepad++. I'm going to search for all of them, and then I'm going to select all of these things that I want to delete. So if I backspace twice, that will then result in everything being on one line, but then I want to put one space back in, and that will become clear shortly, because I now want to open this within Excel and then use Excel text to columns to then help split out some of the details. So Control A and copy. So I've done 2, made them all in one line. I'm going to open it in Excel and use formular to help generate the correct syntax. So I've left myself some hints here. Basically, I'm interested in the label because that'll give me the column name. I'm interested in the length. It just so happens they're all string, so that makes this demo a lot easier. And I'm interested in the talent type because the talendType in here tells me that it's an ID underscore string, so in SQL Server it's equivalent to a varchar. Right, so I'm going to copy all of them. I'm going to open up Excel. Right, so I'm going to select all the XML and I'm going to go into Excel, create a new sheet. I'm going to paste it. So all this is one column, which is not very helpful. Move that along. What I want to do is split these out based on the space. So I'll go into data and then text to columns, delimited. The delimiter should be space. So let's click that and finish. I don't need this column. It's just got all that stuff in it, which is not useful for now. What I'm interested in is in the column J, because that's got me column names. I want the length. Yeah, and the talendType, which is that one there, which tells me whether it's the data type of the column. Right. So what I'm going to do is let's deal with length. Let's deal with the labels for now. So I want to substitute. I want to clean up this. I basically want just new column, new column 1, new column 2, or whatever. And I want to create those values here. So what I would do is I would substitute label equals and get rid of that, and then get rid of the double quotes as well. And handy enough, I've got this here. So in this A3 cell, I'm going to use that formula, and I'm going to use that against that column. So let's review the formula. This initially substitutes J3 and it finds that string label equals and replaces it with an empty string. Likewise, it does another substitute on the results of that, gets rid of the double quote and replaces it with nothing. That leaves us with the results. So new column. So that's good. We want that. Next, we want the data type. I'll do that in a minute. So what I'll do is I will work out the length because that happens to be next to it, which is great. But it's not removed the length string, so we simply change that there. That's great. That works. And the next one is it's on Q, column Q. So I'm going to copy that formula across. I'm going to change that L to Q. Then I need to replace talendType. So now what we could do is using an if statement equals if C3 equals ID underscore string, then varchar else C3. So that is the replace. We could carry on expanding this if statement for numbers, for float, for decimal, for integer, for anything. For this example, we'll stick with varchars to make the demo simple. Right. So the last but not least, we need to construct the SQL statement and how to define the column. So the formula should be, we basically want something to say, I want the create statement. The create table should be something like a create table, blah, blah, blah. I want new column chart. Yeah, that's basically what we're going for. We want something to look like that. Right. Right. So the formula, we can start creating that here. So this should equal that, and we'll space after it. concatenate that with the data type, and then I want to concatenate with the open bracket, and I want to concatenate with the length of this data type. I want to concatenate a closing bracket and the comma. That generates that. Drag that down to generate the rest of the statements for the other columns. I'm going to copy that, paste it into my SQL client, get rid of the trailing comma, because if that was there it would fail. I'm trying to create ad hoc table 2. That's done. So now that I've created that table, refresh. The table is there, which means within Talend, this component should work now, and it doesn't need to create the table. So if I press F6 to run it within Talend, it should just run and insert some rows. Excellent. And to prove that again, let's go and add a load date on the end. Excellent. I've just created that. That's it. Thanks very much.